invalidating your own feelings and experiences in favor of a forced positive outlook, you risk undermining your emotional health and your well-being. This denial of one's emotional reality can hinder personal growth, increasing that feeling of isolation. And this is a paradox, really, because eventually it leads to increased feeling of unhappiness and dissatisfaction. In our contemporary world, where the narrative of self-improvement, mental awareness, and the noise of emotional intelligence is the order of the day, the advocacy for a positive outlook is pervasive. It is everywhere. However, when positivity is enforced to the extent that it is dismissing and invalidating genuine emotional experiences, it becomes toxic. This phenomenon is known as toxic positivity. It is particularly concerning when it is self-directed because it leads to significant psychological and emotional distress. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Enahoro Okhae, your emotional intelligence application coach and performance management expert. Today, I'll be helping us identify the danger of enforcing positive thinking and helping us identify what we should be doing to manage situations. You see, in this journey towards self-improvement and mental awareness, everybody is talking about mental well-being these days. The emphasis of maintaining, a positive outlook, positive mindset has become a cornerstone of popular psychology and personal development discourse. You see, this mentality that has been fueled by motivational speaking, numerous countless self-help books, social media influencers, championing the idea that a positive mindset is the key to overcoming life challenges and achieving success. Now, this well-intentioned pursuit of positivity can sometimes cross into the realm of toxic positivity, especially when it becomes a rigid, one-size-fits-all solution to several complex issues. Toxic positivity refers to the excessive and indiscriminate promotion of positive thinking, often at the expense of acknowledging and processing unpleasant emotions and hurtful experiences. It is that cultural and personal insistence that one must maintain a positive outlook no matter how bad or how distressing the situation may be. When you practice toxic positivity, you are not only dismissing the presence of unpleasant emotions, but also you are invalidating your genuine emotional experience, and it will lead to superficial and often misleading representation of the reality, and that is not emotional intelligence. When you focus it inward, toxic positivity becomes a self-imposed mandate where you put yourself under pressure to adhere to unrealistic standard of constant happiness and optimism. You see, this self-imposed expectation can create a dissonance, a space between one's authentic feeling and the facade of positivity that people feel compelled to maintain. And it's crazy that we can decide to use, that facade of positivity to cover what we're going through, just to show up in a way that looks like we're winning. This will lead to emotional suppression, where unpleasant emotions like regret, like fear, like sadness, frustration, and the likes are not just undervalued, but are actively pushed aside or ignored, leading to a buildup of unaddressed psychological stress and emotional strain. Apart from creating significant psychological and emotional distress by constantly invalidating your own feelings and experiences in favor of a forced positive outlook, you risk undermining your emotional health and your well-being. This denial of one's emotional reality can hinder personal growth, increasing that feeling of isolation. And this is a paradox, really, because eventually it leads to increased feeling of unhappiness and dissatisfaction. So you don't need to deceive people with positive outlook in the name of your practicing emotional intelligence, or in the name of you're trying to have a positive mindset. You're showing up as if everything is fine, but you're being eaten up on the inside. This culture of glorifying relentless positivity overlooks the importance of emotional diversity and the constructive role of what we call negative emotions. The constructive role that so-called negative emotion play in human development and psychological resilience. Emotions are neither positive nor negative. No, there's no positive or negative emotions. Emotions are neutral. Emotions like sadness, fear, anger, they are not just natural, but they are essential components of our human experience. They provide valuable insight into our lives, into our perception about situations, and they guide our response to the world around us. Like we say in our own world, emotions are data, and within every emotion you feel, there are important data about your perception of the world, of the situation, and possibly insight about how other people are perceiving a situation. So while striving to have a positive outlook or optimism, it is crucial to recognize and address the fine line where positive encouragement becomes toxic positivity. Understanding this balance is essential in fostering a more empathetic, emotionally intelligent approach to personal development and mental wellness. Let me share some examples. Imagine after a job loss, all the person is doing is telling him or herself everything happens for a reason. Just stay positive, and the person is dismissing the real emotions and the real stress and sadness that is associated to the situation. Or for example, someone grieving the loss of a loved one, saying, oh, they are in a better place, or I need to move on and be happy, without validating the need to grieve and the need to process the loss, all because they want to be positive. Another example is a person facing health issues, telling oneself, just think positive, I am strong, I will feel better, and overlooking the complexity of the health issues, also overlooking medical advices and ignoring important concern about the health issue. Also, during a breakup, thinking that there's plenty of fish in the sea, I should be happy, I'm single again, intentionally minimizing the feeling of heartbreak and loss. Or when work becomes really, really stressful, you tell yourself, at least I have a job, I should be focusing on the good things, and then dismissing the workload concerns simply because we want to be positive. Practicing toxic positivity makes you focus on phrases like it would have been worse, positive vibes only, positive vibes only, oh, don't worry, be happy, failure is not an option, just focus on the good, all in a bid to show up positively. It is different from emotional intelligence. When you practice emotional intelligence, the first step in managing situations or emotions is self-awareness. And one of the skills in self-awareness is to acknowledge and recognize the feelings that's going on. What am I feeling is one of the most powerful self-awareness question you can ask yourself. Or, oh, I feel sad, and that's okay. I feel irritated. I feel frustrated. It is strength to be able to identify and name the emotions that you feel. In fact, it has been proven that when you are able to name the emotion you feel, you reduce the intensity of the emotions. When you name it, you tame it. The impact of toxic positivity, especially when it is self-inflicted, is very profound. It brings about emotional suppression. Constantly pushing away unpleasant emotions can lead to stress, anxiety, and emotional exhaustion. Mental health struggles can also be the effect. The lack of emotional processing can increase or contribute to mental health issues like depression and anxiety. It can cause relationship strain. When you don't stay in tune with your genuine emotions, you can create barriers in relationship, which can lead to isolation and a lack of authentic connection. This can also stifle your personal growth. Avoiding unpleasant emotions and challenges prevents learning from the experience themselves. It hinders personal and emotional development. Practicing toxic positivity can make you minimize the effect of a problem at work until it blows up on you. It can keep you in denial of reality, avoiding the necessary pain or discomfort that can help you heal and give you important insight into the situation that you're going through. It can make you lack empathy for yourself and also for others. It can make you look superficial to others, undermining your authenticity and increasing your stress. So what are some strategies to overcoming self-directed toxic positivity? Number one, emotional acceptance. Recognizing and validating the full range of emotions. Understanding that experiencing unpleasant feeling is a natural and necessary part of life would help you manage situations better. Mindful optimism. Maintaining a hopeful outlook while being realistic and mindful of the actual circumstances and the feelings would help you manage situations. Genuine self-reflection. Engaging in honest self-reflection to understand and process emotions rather than masking them with forced positivity would help you manage situations better. Balanced perspective to situations. Cultivating a balanced perspective that values both the positive and the negative experiences in the situation is very integral to your personal growth. This involves seeing challenges as opportunities for learning and growth rather than obstacles to your happiness. Practice mindfulness. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily life can enhance your ability to be present, and it will aid your awareness and acceptance. So techniques like meditation and deep breathing can help you observe your emotion without judging them and fostering a deep understanding of your emotional states. Practice consequential thinking. At every point in time, think of the cost and the benefits of your thoughts, of your feelings and your actions, and then seek support. That's also very important. Open up to trusted individuals. This will foster deep connection and help you gain support. You see, even in helping people who are in serious situations, you don't just go and tell them, oh, smile, it will be all right. Oh, come on, your lost one is in a better place. We say things like it is well. We quote scriptures without leaning into them and asking them how they feel and acknowledging their feeling and then talking about their feeling before you begin to encourage is very helpful in helping people manage situations that they are in. Remember that while maintaining a positive outlook is beneficial, descending into toxic positivity, especially when it is self-directed, can lead to significant emotional and psychological stress. In emotional intelligence, we say know yourself. It means recognizing and acknowledging your feelings and all that is going on in the situation. We also say choose yourself. That is identifying the options that are available to you in managing these situations. These options can include thought options, feelings options, and even action options. And then we say give yourself, which is focusing on what really matters in the situation and choosing the option that will deliver to you what really matters. Focusing on being positive without acknowledging what you're feeling can never be what really matters. So tap into the strength of emotional intelligence rather than the weakness of toxic positivity, all because you want to show up positively. Optimism is about proactively seeing hope and possibilities in the midst of a situation, but it starts by saying, I am going through this. I might not know what to do, but I know I can do something. I'm feeling sad. What else am I feeling? What is this feeling telling me? That is you acknowledging what you're feeling and validating it in order to find solutions. Until the next episode, please click the subscribe button and turn on your notification.